What's up, everybody? BigSweetC here with you. Got a special little video for you. Today, I want to talk about a recent event that happened last Wednesday, to be exact, September 1st, and that's the ADayOffTwitch movement. If you are unaware, Twitch, allegedly, apparently, had a day where a bunch of creators decided to not stream that day, asked their viewers to not watch any Twitch that day, in solidarity to bring awareness to the fact that they've been getting a lot of hate raids, spam bots, and all that kind of really nasty stuff in the chat. Now, before we get too far into it, I do want to say that I have come across one follower of a name that I heard was part of these hate raids and stuff, and I did ban him. But, I mean, literally all he did was follow me. I didn't have, I have yet to experience a quote-unquote hate raid. I also haven't had any, trolls come in and just say random stuff, like, I hate the N-word people, that kind of thing. Which these these streamers are claiming happened to them. Now, I do want to go on record and say that I do believe that it's happened. I mean, I've seen screen captures of some of this stuff. I've seen how people act on the internet. I can totally believe that they've been attacked by these guys. But I wanted to kind of talk about more of the actual event itself and whether I think it actually helped or whatnot. So to begin, the movement was started by three streamers in particular. Wreck-It Raven, Lucia Everblack, and Shiny Pen started the campaign. I've never heard of either three of these, and apparently combined, I think they have less than 4,500 followers between the three of them. So they're small streamers, and from what I understand, a lot of these hate raids have been focusing on smaller streamers, people of color, women specifically, and so it would make sense that it would be started by kind of these smaller streamers as opposed to the bigger streamers. Now, herein lies the issue with that is, yes, maybe apparently 5,000 streamers did not stream. I was one of those. I stood in solidarity. I streamed over on YouTube instead of Twitch. And then I think it was 50,000 less views yesterday, or on the day of, than the week prior. So in a sense, there was actually a pretty big movement, slightly big movement, in terms of the size of the scale. But if you want to put it in perspective, I saw Nick Merckx was streaming yesterday, and he's got almost 100,000 people watching him. There was 142,000 people just watching the just chatting section yesterday. You've got another few 100,000 people watching the other 80 kajillion billion categories. So for 200,000, 50,000 people to stay off it, 500,000 people stay off it. It's a big number. But in the grand scheme of things, it's probably a very small portion of the actual Twitch viewership. So it's hard to determine whether it's actually going to make a dent or not. Now, the whole movement was to get Twitch to act on these things, and whether it does or not, we'll have to see in the future. Twitch has already come out and said that they're actively working to make things better for streamers. But I mean, their lack of transparency on any of this stuff doesn't seem like they're really taking this seriously. Nor does any of their previous actions from before. We have these Twitch ambassadors now that are supposed to help bring light to the communities and stuff like that. We have a small group of people that think, hey, all we gotta do is get together and do this thing and everything's gonna be all right. When we have just literal years of history of that not being the case. Not to shit on the movement. Like I said, 5,000 less streamers, 500,000 less viewers in one day. That's fantastic. I took the day off because I stand with the streamers, because I believe they're getting hate rated. But the 3 streamers that started this aren't even willing to leave Twitch. Like, they don't want to leave the platform. Now, some people will say, well, they spent all these years building up their community. Well, if you're not willing to leave the platform, why is the platform going to do anything for you? Right? You know, like Tim the Tat Man. Now, if he would have come out and said, hey, I'm going to YouTube instead of Twitch because I stand in solidarity with all those people getting hate raids, and I don't think Twitch has done enough to make it better for streamers. Now you have some sort of clout. He's literally moving to a competitor because Twitch refuses to do this stuff. The people who created this movement are not willing to leave Twitch. They're not ready to leave Twitch yet. That's not a thing. You have to be willing to give up everything and make this company or this platform want to keep you there before they actually affect any change. I mean, Twitch still hasn't recognized any of this stuff. Yeah, they say, oh, we're working on it to do better. What the fuck are you working on? You put that statement out like 2 years ago, and things are exactly the same now as they were yesterday, but I can yet somehow spend more money in different ways now on Twitch, but I can't protect myself as a creator. So don't give me this fucking bullshit that Twitch cares. Twitch does not care. They're a corporation. Their whole thing is profit. And if it's going to take them more money to make you safer, they're not going to do it. And if you're not willing to leave the platform, then your protest is worthless. And we all just wasted our time. We all just did the old Democratic pat ourselves on the back because we put in that effort. We put in a whopping 24 hours of nothing.
Just because a culture died out doesn't...
I don't really know where I'm going with this, so I'm just going to kind of wrap this one up. But I did want to let you guys know how I kind of thought about the project. Anybody who follows me here on YouTube, you guys know that I participated in the Day Off Twitch. I mean, I don't know how much my being off it really is going to affect anything, because we're just going to go right back to it anyway, just like everybody else. But, you know, I do like to talk about these movements when they're coming out, because they are generally good ideas. Now, some people I've seen have disabled subs. I actually think that's a great idea. They've the bits thing is a little bit different, because when you buy the bits, Twitch takes their cut. So all the bits that you donate to Twitch streamers, they get all of that. There is no percentage from Twitch taken out of that, because it's already been taken out on your purchase of the bits. Ads that you see on there, everybody's like, well, you can't stream on there because the ad revenue. No, that's not true. They've already bought that ad space. They've already bought it. They've already given Twitch the money for that ad. That ad that you see was already paid for. They're not going to put it up on their screen and then, oh, look at that. Well, looks like we ended up running this, so now you got to pay me for it. No, that's not how it works, geniuses. The sub thing, though. The sub thing is, that's legitimate. That is a good way around it. Streamlabs is trying to help. They're actually doing more than any of these platform companies out there by allowing you to donate to the streamer through Streamlabs, as opposed to through the platform that they're streaming on. So there is help out there. I don't want this to come across as like a negative Nancy video, because there is a lot of positive that has come from these raids, this movement, if you will. But to expect that the platform, Twitch in general, is going to do anything about it without fulfilling the end of your deal is short-sighted at best, and absolutely naive in general. So I do want to, you know, finish this video off by saying, hey, I'm with you guys 100%, and I support all of you guys that ended up taking the day off. But it's got to be bigger than that if you want this movement to continue. And as a creator who's never experienced what they've experienced, I know it sounds like I'm coming from a state of privilege, but if you want to protest to work, you have to be willing to go all the way. And if they're not, I don't blame everybody else for not being able, not wanting to go all the way as well. So it's you know, it is what it is. It was I guess a cool one-day thing. I hope it ends up bringing change from it. But let me know what you think. Did you participate in a day off Twitch? You think it's a good idea? You think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's going to work? Is Twitch gonna listen? Have you looked into any alternative sites? Have you looked into Rumble or Glimish? I'm curious what you guys are thinking, because, I mean, the time might have come to jump ship on the big guys and go to a little smaller company. But I don't know, you know, like, again, if I move over there and there's 30,000 people watching Glimish and I can get all 30,000 people, it's better for me than being on Twitch or YouTube. But if I get to those 30,000 people and no one else signs up for that website, I'm capped at that 30,000. I can't grow any bigger. Whereas if I was in Twitch or YouTube, I mean, there's so many people on those platforms that the reach is endless, almost, you know, so it's a lot of give and take, and it's not as simple as a one day off thing. And I just hope everybody takes it a little bit more serious than what I've been seeing. Well, the cynical person in me doesn't think that that's going to happen. But either way, let me know what you thought down below. Hit that like, hit that sub, hit that notification bell so you know when I do drop a new video or go live. Head on over to Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow me over there at BigSweetC. Either way, that's going to do it for this one. BigSweetC, that's me. Wishing YouTube that's you. Wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. As long as you're watching, I'm wishing you a wonderful watching time. Sweetness. Signing off. Peace.